So from the P5 assignment 16, so we have x minus 5 to the negative 1/2 power minus x minus 5 to the negative 3/2 power. So before we do anything, we have to have the GCF. So remember, you're basically going to factor out the one with the smallest exponent. So what's smaller, negative 1/2 or negative 3/2? Negative 3/2, right? So my GCF is really the x minus 5 to the negative 3/2. All I'm really going to do there is just divide each one. If you think about it this way, I'm really just going to divide each one by that x minus 5 to the negative 3/2. Because that x minus 5 to the negative 3/2 is really just outside my bracket, parenthesis, whatever you want to call it. Okay, it's out here working. So if we look at each one individually, if I just look right here, they're the same base, right? X minus 5 is the base in the top and the bottom. Okay, so what am I going to do with the negative 1/2? So like, what is negative 1/2 minus negative 3/2? Well, that makes it 2 over 2, right? Which is just 1. So whenever we divide it, what's left inside here is x minus 5 to the first power. Okay? It's a subtraction sign right here, so it's going to be a subtraction sign right there. What's going to happen? What's going to happen here in the green box? Well, but what, like, if they have the same power, right? So it's x minus 5 to the negative 3/2 over x minus 5 to the negative 3/2. So if it was x to the 6th over x to the 6th, what would happen? Everything would cancel, right? And we'd be just left with 1. Okay? So then on the inside in here, it's basically just x minus 5 minus 1. Because it's to the first power. So x minus 5 minus 1 is just x minus 6. Where am I going to put this since it is a negative power? Doesn't it go to the bottom? So it's just going to be x minus 5 to the 3/2 power.